Alright, this whole Daddy Klaus and the World Economic Forum thing where we're going to derive our protein from bugs. Wow, it really, no pun intended, ticks me off. If we go back into the evolution of man, if you accept the Darwinian theory of evolution, we had Cro-Magnon man, Homo sapiens, blah blah, whatever that chain is, whatever's accepted and agreed upon. The human brain needs protein to function. It's especially important in the development of our children's brains, but I won't dwell on that. Now, it is of course possible to eat vegetarian or vegan and have adequate protein to sustain our synapses firing properly. I won't get into that either. But if we go back into the evolution of modern man from our primate ancestors, every animal, including man, it's not really inherent laziness. It's simply, why would you work any harder than you have to? In early times, millennia ago, our primate ancestors, if they lived in lotus land eating breadfruit, they have everything they need to eat. Predation can be an issue. Other than that, everything's kosher. Why would you work any harder than you have to? Does a buffalo on the Great Plains want to work harder so he can have fire? No, he doesn't need it. He's got everything he needs there on the Great Plains. And it's the same with the primates to this day. So, however, the Ice Age came along, the continents drifted apart, and many of our simian primate ancestors, all of a sudden there was less breadfruit, and they maybe needed, something to keep warm. So we began to hunt meat, protein, and hence our ancestors' brains evolved. If again you look at the evolution of the different stages or generations, if you will, of our ancestors, again, Cro-Magnon man, Homo sapien, whatever the order was, protein was necessary, and we were sort of forced into having to do that or die off as a species, which many of our ancestors did. Somewhere along the line, we as modern man evolved from some monkey or another. Many branches failed and died off. But it was all based on protein and the evolving development of our brains. And along the way, insect protein wasn't in the equation. Now, some people are going to say, well, there are a lot of, now I'll use the term, monkeys who use a tool in the sense of fishing with a stick to get termites or ants out and eat that. I guess there is apparently some protein to be had in insects. But those guys fishing in the termite hill never went any further. They didn't have to. They're still in the lotus land, eating mostly vegetation and the odd ant or termite. They want you to eat bugs. Just say no. Come on. This issue really ticks me off. It really does. That people just sit back and say, well, Daddy Klaus at the World Economic Forum said cow farts are what? Putting a hole in the ozone? I don't see Daddy Klaus munching out on crickets. Wake up, people. Come on. Are we not smarter than that? Maybe some aren't. Sorry I do get ranting, but I just can't believe that people are accepting of this. Your child is going to be about as smart as a turnip if you're going to feed him crickets for breakfast. Come on.